Hello everyone, and welcome to a series of videos introducing you to supply side policies. We're going to start with a bit of a reminder, the three different categories of macroeconomic policies. Here we are: fiscal, monetary, and of course supply side. So you might want to pause the video just for a few moments and scribble down the definition of each of these so that you are super sure. So let's have a look then. Fiscal policy then. This is when a government uses expenditure or taxation or borrowing, so the difference between the two, to achieve its macroeconomic objectives. And we're going to be talking in a little bit about what the macroeconomic objectives actually are. Monetary policy then, this is when usually a central bank uses the instruments of interest rates, money supply, or the exchange rate to achieve objectives. And then we have supply side policies. So supply side policy is any policy aimed at improving the productive potential of an economy. And you can illustrate this with an outward shift of the LRAS curve. It's all about increasing the quality and or the quantity of factors of production, and we have this clear distinction in supply side policies between an interventionist approach and a much more free market one. So a quick reminder here, let's just put each of these up. This just reminds you of what I've just said. I just want to pick up the last one on here. When we're thinking about supply side policy, and especially when we're thinking about making the most of our factors of production, we're thinking about efficiency and we're thinking about productivity. So how can we show these on diagrams? And you'll see from the two headers here, there's two key ways we can do this, using a PPF or using an ADAS diagram. And again, you might want to pause again just for a couple of moments, scribble something down really quickly to see how good you are at this. So on the left then, we would show successful supply side policies as shifting out our PPF. And here we've got a Keynesian aggregate supply curve. So again, we see this moving out. The vertical point is at our sort of productive potential, our normal capacity level of output. So that would be increasing if our supply side policies have worked. If you do a board where you separate out long run aggregate supply and short run aggregate supply, as for example AQA, then it will be the long run aggregate supply curve that shifts out here. Right, so moving on then to our macroeconomic objectives. And again, you might want to pause the video and super quickly scribble down what you think these are. Right, along the top then, I've got the main four, and underneath three extra ones that we add in. So starting along the top then, steady growth is a key one. Low unemployment, or you could, if you wanted to, call it full employment. Low and stable inflation, And in the UK, of course, we have a target of 2% inflation as measured by the CPI. And we want to see a satisfactory position on the balance of payments. Right, coming along the bottom then, some extra objectives that increasingly we add in. Something on the environment or sustainability. In the middle, something about equity, something about the fairness of the distribution of income. The UK is a very unequal society, as I'm sure you know. And then something about the fiscal position. So something to do with the budget, whether it is a target to return to a balanced budget at some point in the future. Okay, so our last task here, you might want to think about these objectives and what we've said about supply side policy today, to think about the diagrams that you might be able to use to illustrate how supply side policies helps you achieve each of these objectives. So I don't have time to talk about all of these. I'm just going to pick up a couple. So starting on the top row on the left, steady growth. I always think it's really helpful to split growth into short run and long run. So long run growth is when the productive potential of an economy increases, and as we've already said, you could illustrate this with a PPF diagram or with an ADAS. Low unemployment, so your supply side policies are most likely to have their biggest impact on structural unemployment. So if they are successful and you get that down on an ADAS diagram, you would see your AS curve move outwards. Just picking up one more on here, and the real classic would be low and stable inflation. So if your productive capacity is increasing, your LRAS is moving out, then for any increase in AD, your inflationary pressures will be lower. Okay, there we are on this one, and I'll see you in a little while when we talk about the other two videos. Thank you very much.